All right. So we are in week two. I'm gonna tell you, well, I don't know about some of y'all, but we just came from conference, so I'm giving myself permission for tomorrow to be my day one again. Not even tripping off of it, because it just is what it is. Not that I was like super awful, but still, when it comes to my journaling, when it comes to all the things, like I am was have just been a little discombobulated due to traveling, which is an excuse. It definitely is an excuse. But so I want to give you guys permission to do the exact same thing. But I am super excited to talk about this week. Let's discuss some. Does anybody have any revelations from last week? Anything that you noticed, profound, anything that you want to share? Let's start there before we jump into week two.
Rachel, I was gonna say it's the exact same thing. Like, throw the whole week away. I'm starting day one tomorrow for sure. Like you said, I wasn't like terrible, even in terms of like when because normally I'm like pepperoni pizza, like hands down. But even when we had the pizza, I was like, I'm gonna do cheese, like just making those small changes and like still trying to stay as close to on track as I can, even, in terms of if I'm eating meat, it was more so like seafood, except for when we had our lunches. And even with that, I was telling Eric, I said, from now on, I said that chicken sandwich was heavy for me. I said, from now on, I'm getting a salad. Like, even just like just understanding and noticing. And for me, it was like, I can't wait to get back right. Normally, it's the opposite. I can't wait to get back wrong. But like just continuously staying or trusting the process and like showing up and going through the process. Like I've been going through, like this is my fourth time doing the 28-day challenge. I've done the juicing and just being okay with just giving myself time to process. And every time I do this, it's getting better and better. So like it switched to now, like I was like, I cannot wait to get back on track. Like the way that I feel, the way that the heaviness, my stomach was like on 10. I was like, like let me get back to the right way of eating. And so that was a win for me because like listen, to want to do right, like want like actually wanting to like actually like the desire was stronger than ever just because of how I feel when I'm doing the right thing. So just excited to jump back in and get back on track. And I will say me and my friends they were making fun of me because they were like I'm always taking food to go. And so like, and it doesn't matter like how small or how large it is, it's like I take it to go. And so they were just helping me realize that that's something that's psychological, like something that like even something that I need to look into and journal more deeper about to even get over that, because the wealthy actually leave food on their plate. So just a lot of different things in terms of just really shifting in my eating. And that's something that even God has been dealing with me with over the last year, just being like more disciplined in my habits and things like that.
That was good. I know I'm very proud of myself for maintaining my water intake this past weekend because look, it was hard, okay? And the best way for me to be able to hold myself accountable was just being loud and just making it seem like I was trying to hold everybody else accountable. Like, y'all want some water? Get some water. It was really me. It was me. So I'm very proud of myself for maintaining my water intake because that was something I know previously, um, being consistent with when I'm not at home was something that was difficult for me. And then being consistent with my journaling. Okay, shout out to my accountability partner because Sierra be like, "What do you need? I'm just send it to you. Okay, what do you need?" So being able to just stay consistent with that, and not allowing it to waver, even though I'm not in a routine place. And then even my food choices, like we went to some place this past weekend, and when I see chicken, I used to just automatically assume like I need a 10 piece and I could just save the rest for later. I politely got me a 5 piece and I didn't even eat it all because, it was nasty to me. I don't know why it was nasty to me. It just was not, it wasn't hidden. And I was like, okay, well, we can do this because it didn't taste good at all. So I'm really excited about that, just about different things changing, the consistency, and then even my consistency and just showing up when it comes to the 28-day challenge, because this is something new for me as well, just being consistent with the journey. So yes, I'm excited.
Hey there, family. Hey, I was excited over this last week, but this last past week I can say that Lydia did help me with being more accountable with myself, because she would send me messages of what she ate, what she took out for her for the day, to try to be prepared as she could be. And I was like, okay, well, let me say what I done did. But I did increase my water intake. I was having my detox drink in the morning, and I've been fasting with my church, so I really don't eat until after I get off of work, so like 3:30. So I eat a pear, and then I had some mixed veggies one night, some mixed veggies and a lamb chop. I really haven't really been on the meat like y'all been saying as well, because it's like I thought that I wanted some chicken. I got a piece of it, and I usually eat a breast. And I started eating, and I'm like, well, here, son, I don't even want to eat this. But one day I did want some flaming hot Doritos. I had messaged Lydia because I had to journal about it, and I realized that I have some underlying issues with rejection, and it comes out of me in the form of anger. Um, so it's like it ties from childhood with my mom. It was like a whole bunch of things, because my mother at church asked me today when we was in new members class, because I actually expressed that to her as well. So it's from foster care, from when my mom went to jail. Nobody really I was the last one that people would pick. So my brother, his family took him, and the other people took them. But it was just like, okay, well, I'll take Sierra, type stuff. And then it's just I'm I'm feeling it come up. And then I've been going to therapy since our last Bella Body. I've been going to therapy since then, so I've been digging up some more things in there. But me actually realizing that over this last week has helped me with actually pinpointing certain things. And when I do feel that emotion, trying to see where it came from or something. I also have been able to be more patient with my daughter. Um, I had talked to my brother, because I had this thing where, since I was living with my mom, I didn't really, I guess, tend to my child like that, or thinking that I would spoil her too much, because she has my mom there, which is her sweet mama, well, grandma, and then my sister, which is her auntie. So she has both of them spoiling her in their way. And then I was just kind of like, I guess, pushing her off in a sense, like saying I didn't want to do too much as spoiling her or whatever. So then when my brother had helped me out with that, it was like, besides the grandmother and auntie spoiling, you still have to nurture your child and still try to figure her out, and just helping her, being more patient with her, not being so quick to anger, or even if I holler at her and tell her to go out the room or something, that's not good for her. And I want to build up in her and put good things in her. So that's what I've been working through on this last week.
That is good. Thank you guys for sharing it. That is so good. It's just profound. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you gotta allow yourself to go there. That was the Britney situation, because she could have easily been offended by what I said. Very easily been offended. And the same for you, Sierra. You've been like, I'm not exploring that. Ain't nothing wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? And so it just takes courage to do that. So that's awesome. Okay, well, we're gonna jump into week 2, because I don't want to go over time tonight. So and it's gonna be on regular speed tonight. Okay, I got y'all. It's gonna be on a regular speed. So let me pull this up and get your notes out. Take copious notes, and it's gonna be good. Hold on one second. Let me know that you guys can hear this.
I'm sitting here because there was a wonderful woman by the name of Ada Elizabeth Wade, married Lily, but this lady poured into my core. And today is her birthday, her heavenly birthday. She would have been 79 years young. And I tell you, in the past, this day used to be a depressing day for me. But now it's one of those days that I celebrated. I celebrated because, we always want to leave a legacy. How many of you out there have heard that? You want to leave a legacy. If you are somebody out there that says, Lanisa, I want to leave a legacy, put legacy down in the chat right now. Put a legacy. Say, I have legacy. That's what I'm here trying to do. And I'm going to tell you, my mom did just that. And because she left a legacy, guess what? I'm here with you. Because if it wasn't for my mother, this message wouldn't be so powerful for me. Now, I'm not going to get into my story again. Let me kind of digress a little bit. Do we have any new faces on here tonight? If you are for the first time, you missed week 1, but this is your first time being here, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat because I got to see if I need to review or be good. Put a 1 in the chat if this is your first night here. I see you. I'm seeing those 1s come up. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, well, let me just do a quick introduction so you can understand why I'm sitting here. Long story short, guys, on February the 11th in 2001, I was with my mother. And let me tell you a little bit about my mother so you can understand why that day is so important to me. My mother raised me to be a hustler. She had her PhD in education. She had a real estate license. She had her construction license, owned her own construction company, had a restaurant, and did a little Amway on the side. So right there, you can see I was born to be a hustler. But February the 11th, 2001, made all that for nothing. See, by February the 12th at 1 a.m. in the morning, my little brother was calling me, telling me that my mother had passed at the early age of 56 years young. Now, I need that to sit with you because it sure sits with me. See, what many of you don't know, especially if you're a first-time guest, I will be 55 this year. I'm 55 and I feel like I'm going on 25. So you can imagine me losing a mother at 56 years young. Guys, I thought she was just at the pillar of her life. I mean, come on. And I remember just getting so upset with God and saying, God, why would you take somebody so important from me? And I'll never forget what he said. He said, Lanisa, your mother was very proactive when it came to her career, but very reactive to when it came to her health. And I'm going to tell you, that sent me on this health quest. Because, see, I have 3 children. I have twin daughters that will be 33 this year, and I have a son that will be 25 next month, and 2 grandkids. And I want my children, not just my children, I want my children's children to know me. Y'all, for real, for real. And I mean that. So with that quest, I said, God, what do I need to do? And hence the program that you're going to hear tonight. Now, God has a way of adding stuff. So even when he gave me this program back in 2012, he also gave me a wonderful person. And I think you guys might know her. Her name is Cammie Pentecost. Anybody know that name? If you know that name, go on and put a 2 in the chat. Yes, you know who Cammie is. And y'all, if you know Cammie, you know to love Cammie. Because Cammie came in and nurtured me back in 2012. And because of her nurturing and the friendship that we developed, that's why Lanisa is here. And so with my Bella Body product program, plus the It Works products that you all are taking, oh my God, you better ready. You better get ready, get ready, get ready. As Judy Drake will say, because it's about to be on. So welcome to week 2. I'm going to go ahead with that and get started. I will tell you, tonight is a heavy night. And you need to take copious notes. Now, I know I will be going fast with some things, and it's going to be a lot that I get to you. So I want to give you permission to do something. Take screenshots. Take screenshots. But I will also say this. If you share it, give God the credit. A lot of times we take screenshots and we just change stuff and make it up. Give him the credit. Okay, that's all I ask. Give God the credit. All right. So from there, let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right, let me get my screen. Start screen, stop screen. You want your screen? Yes. And Rachel. Look, Slivy, it says, do you want yes? Okay, let's go. Now let's start there. Girl, you know this old brain of mine sometime. Even though I think I'm young, try to get this.
You good.
All right, from beginning. All right, tell me if you can see the screen. Everybody can, is it good? Yes, cool beans. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started into week. Get me out of my pit frame. Week two. All right, let's go ahead and jump right on in because it's gonna be fun. Tonight's a fun night. All right. So last week.
Listen, I'm on my way to the studio and the sun is setting on an opportunity and I don't want you to miss out. I don't know if you've heard.
We reviewed a movie. How many of you liked the movie? Go ahead and put a yes, Lanisa, in the comment section. Yes, I like that. And I found some things out that I really didn't know. I know some of you are probably blowing this chat out. Now, you know I can't see the chats because y'all know I don't multitask. So I'm sure Rachel kind of monitoring that for me. But anyway, y'all, if you missed this movie, if you're day one, this is your first week, I'm going to tell you, please make sure, take a screenshot of this. Right now, it's actually trending very well, and it may be up because of us, who knows, on Netflix. But you need to watch this movie because that's going to begin the foundation of what you're doing. Remember, it starts here, okay? 90% of what we're doing is a transformation in the mind. Then we get to the 80%, which is our second mind, which is in our gut, right? And then we talk about the 20, which is exercise, and then the mouth part, right? So this part you need to get done. So let's kind of review. Here's a couple of highlights that I got from the movie. First of all, 70% of deaths and are largely lifestyle related and preventable. Now I'm just going to pause right there. 70% of deaths in morbidity are what? Largely lifestyle related and preventable. And all that did when I heard that, that made me think of my mommy, guys. It did. But let's keep reading. 1 serving of processed meat per day increase your risk of developing diabetes by 51%. Y'all, that one right there messed me up because do you not know how many days every day? I'm going to put it on out there for me. How many days every day that I feed not just my kids, but myself processed meat? And I was wondering, and it made me even think about in my family, how many people in my family have diabetes? Guys, it runs rapid in my family, but hold up, does it really run rapid in my family? See, what we learned last week is that we all want to say diabetes and heart disease and all that runs in the family. No, it don't run in your DNA, it runs in your kitchen. And you see, processed meat has to do with part of that. All right, the last thing that I really wanted to bring up is, what did WHO have to say? Y'all know what WHO is, the World Health Organization. When it classified bacon and sausage, it classified it as a carcinogenic to humans. Now, that may not mean nothing to anybody right now, especially if you didn't see the movie. But let me tell you what a carcinogenic is, group 1 carcinogenic to humans. Asbestos, formaldehyde, tobacco, smoking. I mean, who in here would legitimately want to eat asbestos? Oh, I don't think anybody. Or formaldehyde. Are you kidding me? What about eating cigarettes? We're not doing it. But according to WHO, we might as well. So at this point, guys, it's not about what I'm thinking about. I want to hear what your thoughts are. So I'm going to come off of this. I'm going to come out of this real quick, and I want to stop screaming, and I want a couple of people to come off of mute because I need to hear a couple of takeaways that you had when you watched this movie. So,
Was there anybody who didn't watch the movie last week that watched it this week? Because I know we talked about it last week. Did anybody watch the movie this week that hadn't watched it last week? Anybody? No? All right. Well, we are going to jump back in. Shout out to y'all being ahead of time. Won't he do it? Because that was the Holy Ghost that had me have y'all watch that early. No, goodwill, wasn't nobody watching nothing this week.
it's the same way. Where do I go from here? Lord, help me make some better choices in my life. And that's when God brought me an acronym. Those of you know me know that I am an acronym person. Why? Because that's how my mother taught me. See, I had a learning disability, which is speech impediment, and it was hard for me to read. And as you can see, I will struggle with some words now, getting letters back with dyslexic and saying the wrong words and can't pronounce it and stutter. And I remember coming back from the States, and they told my mom that they wanted to hold me back a couple of years. And my mom, having her PhD in education, she was like, oh no, not just no, but not my child when I'm a teacher in the house. So one of the things she helped me to do was always learn things in acronyms. And I tell you, when I was going through my Bella Body course back in 2012, one of the things I asked God was, God, well, tell me how to eat then. I know that, I was raised in a house, and I don't know about you. Let's see if you were raised in a house like me. When I was happy, I ate. We had some food. When we were sad, we had some food. When we were celebrating, we had some food. When we were mad, we had some food. Anything, we always had what? Food. So sometimes I knew when I was eating, it wasn't because I was hungry. It was because we just had what? Food. So with that, God says, Lanisa, I need you to slow down and choose happy before you take another bite of food. So tonight, I'm going to teach you a small concept that is within the 9-week program. And I pulled it out because sometimes I know going through the 9-week program, people are like, okay, how do I really get through this? If you choose happy before you take another bite of food, it's not what I guess, it's what I know. You'll be eating for sustenance instead of trying to eat just to be eating. So tonight, please take copious notes and get ready to choose happy before you take your next bite. All right, so let's talk about choose happy. Why is it needed? According to a study conducted in 2014, excess weight in later life poses a variety of dangers to your health and your well-being. Losing excess weight, especially high, around that what? Come on, y'all, talk to me. That belly fat, y'all, women, y'all, you know what I'm talking about. We don't like that kind of fat. May significantly decrease your risk of a variety of health issues. Prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, breathing disorders, high blood pressure, dementia, heart disease, stroke, cancer, chronic fatigue, insomnia, kidney disease. So do you understand why we must fight this together and choose happy? Oh, we have to, because we got to make sure that we are living so that this vessel right here can be used for God. So we're going to break this acronym down, happy. Now, how this is going to work is, and I actually have a bracelet that when individuals go through the complete 9-week course, they get a bracelet, and on the bracelet, before they take a bite of anything, they look at it and they say, okay, am I choosing happy? Let me go through the acronym. So let's talk about this. We've got a piece of food sitting in front of us. The first thing that we're going to ask ourselves is, are we hurting or are we hungry? Okay, you got a piece of food. You're going to ask yourself, am I hurting or am I really hungry? Now, why are you asking yourself that? Well, let's look at it. According to an article posted in the American Psychological Association, 8 out of 10 Americans feel that the current coronavirus pandemic is a significant to a source of stress. So guess what? When you're ready to pick up that food, it may not be that you're hungry. It may be that you're what? Hurting and you're stressed out. But let's keep building. About 7 out of 10 Americans report higher stress levels in general since the pandemic. So feeling unloved and hurting is a real thing. Now, this may help somebody out tonight. You're like, okay, I know I was at home during the pandemic. I know, it's like all this weight and I just can't get it off. Am I the only one? So not only did you get all the food and stuff in you during the pandemic, now you're stressing about it. And because you're stressing about it, now it's even doing more harm to your body. So don't feel alone. Just know other people are out there feeling the same way. So here's a question that I need you to ask yourself. First question, can taking a bite of this food help me really feel better? Can it really help you feel better? And usually we're probably going to say, no. Temporarily, it may make me feel better, but at the end of the day, eating a piece of this food is not going to make me feel better. And then the second question is, let's see. I know I'm hurting. Yes, I am. But even though I may not be in pain and I'm okay, but am I really hungry? I mean, really, am I hungry? Because some of you all, as I said, some of you may not be hurting, but if you were born in a house like me, it don't matter if you're hurting. Just because everybody getting together, we're going to eat, right? So you also need to ask yourself, am I really hungry? So how do you do it? Well, there is a 4-step process. And y'all know, come on, another acronym. When you get a piece of food, I want you, especially if you know you're not hungry and you're hurting, I want you to immediately stop. Stop. And let's see what that acronym stands. S stands for stand for set. Set. I want you, if you're hurting, I want you to remove yourself immediately and set a timer for 20 minutes to 30 minutes, okay? So I'm hurting, I've got this piece of food in front of me, and I'm gonna move away, and I'm gonna set a timer, and I'm gonna move away for 20 to 30 minutes. All right? Now, when you move away for 20 to 30 minutes, now we set that timer, okay? I then want you to go to T. T stands for think. I want you to think about why you are really hurting. See, the purpose of this step is to help you to begin the process of identifying the true feeling behind the pain. Yes, that true feeling. Okay, so let me explain what I'm talking about. And so, and wives may get this. Your husband comes home and he walks through the door and he doesn't acknowledge that you made his favorite meal. And at that point, you're like, man, I can't believe you did that for me. And you just, you didn't stress all night. What are you doing? You'll never see what I cook you. Okay, are you mad that he really didn't eat your food? But if we took the time to process through the true feelings, it may not be mad that he didn't eat your food. It may be that you're upset that you don't feel appreciated. And now we need to figure out why you don't feel appreciated. Well, you don't feel appreciated because you don't believe you have a voice in the house. Now, why don't you appreciate you have a voice in the house? Well, I don't feel like I have a voice in the house because every time that I ask or say something, I'm ignored, not even just by my husband, but by my children. Oh, and why is that? Wow, really? I don't even really try to voice my feelings because back in the day when I was a young kid, every time I voiced how I felt, I got in trouble. And so really, I hold on to my real feelings until it overwhelms me. See, do you guys see how I work my way back to the real feeling, the real pain? See, until you can get to the root of your pain, you're going to keep repeating that pain over and over and again. So at this point, what do you need to be doing? Thinking about why you have that pain. Now, Then you will go to O. O stands for observe. Now, you're in the room, you're thinking about this real pain, but then I want you to also sit still and observe what is around you, as if you were going to be tested on remembering what you see. Now, Lanisa, why would I do that? You got me sitting still, and now you want me to look around the room like I'm memorizing stuff? Okay, you ready for this step? This step is only about getting present. See, by you taking a log of, wow, my fan's right here. I have my light right here. Oh, I see my camera right here. You know what that is doing? That is making me, one, get out of that hurt state that I'm already, that's got me all discombobulated, and really get me to a present state to be able to say, you know what, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad what's going on? See, getting present keeps you from being too far in your past, which we all know you can't look in your rear view mirror, because if you're doing it, it's going to give you what? Stress. But you also don't need to be too far ahead either, because that gives you something called anxiety. See, God only asks us to be what? Present. And if you observe and you start getting and looking at things right, it makes you be present. For the last step, which is P. At that point, once you are thinking about your problem, you are observing it, and now I want you to pamper yourself. Pamper yourself for the remaining time while that's on your timer. And you ask, why, Lanisa? Why should you pamper yourself? Well, why not? See, a lot of times we wait for other people to comfort us. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And see, you know what? No one will ever celebrate you better than you. And that's why this journey is critical for you. See, you've got to learn to go here with your Heavenly Father and allow him to love on you and allow him to caress that person inside, that little girl, that little boy inside, and let you know, guess what? I am enough. I may be feeling this pain and maybe I'm going, but right now I am enough. And why do we need to do that? 61% of all Americans in the US reported feeling unloved and lonely. So do I get it? Oh, I get it. But also don't think you have to live there. So what do we need to be doing? Stopping. If you ever get to a place that, hey, I know I'm hungry. I know I'm hungry, but I'm just eating because I'm hurting, right? All right, let's keep moving. All right, so the next letter. All right, so we've gone through H. H. Lanisa, I'm not hurting and I am hungry. Okay, well, great. Now we can go to A. A stands for what? Associate. Do I associate what I'm getting ready to eat with comfort food? You don't act like you may not understand what I mean, because I'm going to tell you, Lanisa, understand what comfort food is. And now let me see, when I stressed out, when I was stressed back in the day, I'm going to tell you, my kids would always say, Mama, can we go to McDonald's? You know why they wanted to go to McDonald's? Because they knew it was going to make Mommy happy. Because they were just trying to help Mama get there. See, when I was stressed, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm getting me a double cheeseburger, extra cheese, only onions, with 2 orders of large fried, no salt. Do y'all see how that rattled off my mouth? What's your comfort food? And the reason no salt, so they would have to fry the French fries fresh. Okay, a little secret. Y'all can see I'm a French fry junkie, right? Anyway, but guys, that's what I associated with comfort, man. Give me a double cheeseburger, some French fries, man, I'm gonna feel good for the moment. So if you're looking at some food and you know you associate it with comfort, then we need to do some stuff. Why? Let's talk about why you need to do it. See, most of us, you may not run to salt, but you may run to what? Sugar. See, study shows that sugar may actually be the worst food to turn to during stressful time, because sugar has been linked to, depression. Now you all are starting to understand that second mind. This mind in that gut that talks to this mind. Let's keep building on this. As a matter of fact, sugar actually worsens the symptoms of anxiety and weakens your body ability to manage stress. However, there's also say that the habitual using of comfort foods can help deal with stress is bad. If you keep doing it over the long term, it's bad for your health and can contribute to what? The current epidemic of obesity in the US. I'm just going to be quiet and let you look at this slide for a second, because some of you all are walking with depression, anxiety, and stress, and it has a lot to do with sugar. So, what do you need to be doing? Thinking about what you're doing, guys. Bottom line, if you are a person that you know that you are associating what you're eating with comfort food, looking at this slide, you might want to say, hey, I ain't going to do that no more. But let's keep building. So now you're like, okay, Lanisa, I'm not hurting. I am hungry. I don't associate this with comfort. Okay, then we can move on to P. P stands for portion. Portion control is a major tool to eliminating weight. It's okay that you want to eat a piece of pie. Y'all know you get a cheat meal a week. You do. It's okay you want to eat a piece of pie. Your body may be craving that piece of pie. However, it's not okay for you to eat the whole pie. Come on now. Come on, somebody. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. See, why do you want not do that? First of all, it takes about 20 minutes for your brain to send a signal to your stomach to let you know that you're full. Now, I need somebody to pause right there. Wait a minute, because all of this goes together, y'all. If you remember back to the acronym, stop, let's just go back. I'm just going to take you back real quick so you can see this. If you can see, remember right here, what it say? I want you to set your timer for how many minutes? How many minutes? I want to put it in the chat. 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. Now, see, everything I do is that God gives me is for a reason. Why? Because, see, guys, just with this right here, it takes the body 20 minutes for it even to recognize in your brain that you're what? You're full. And some of you all will eat a whole pie in 15 minutes, and you're wondering, wait, why am I so sleepy? We get something called the itis. See, when you eat to a place of stuff, and some of y'all had the itis yesterday, come on now, on Resurrection Day, y'all were sitting around that table eating, and you were wondering why the body just kind of crashed. Well, it crashed because you didn't even give your stomach enough time to signal that you were full. So going forward, what do we want to do? We want to eat small portions. Pick it up, chew, give it a minute. And I'm going to tell you, I was notorious for this. As a flight attendant back in the day, coming out of college, guys, flying for American Airlines for 6 years. Hello. When we used to do the international flights, it wasn't about us eating. We were trying to get you all to eat. So what do we have to do? Put it all in real quick, or going from one terminal to another one, and I had to pull something and get something from a vending machine. Come on, messing up my body. So 20 minutes. According to another study, overeating occurs when you continue to eat beyond the point of fullness. And according to Levy, even a short period of time appears to have a long-term effect. I need you guys to get this, because many of us overeat. We do, and it can have a long-term effect. I mean, do you know that overeating frequently over time can slow down? Hold on. And I know some women are getting me right now. That digestive sac, which means that your foods you eat will remain in your stomach for a longer period of time and be more likely to turn into fat. How many of us complain and we say, hey, I'm going through menopause, and it's slowing everything down? But then it may not be true. Because if you eating too fast, you messing up your own digestive tract. And so you may be having a menopause in your 20s. It doesn't have to be that way. So what do you need to do? You need to eat what? The right portions. Now, here are 5 harmful effects to overeating. Number 1, overeating may promote excessive body fat. Number 2, overeating may disrupt a hunger control. Number 3, may increase disease risk. It may make you what? Nauseous. And it definitely, we know what number 5, it will definitely make you sleepy. Again, don't put it in the chat, but I'm sure many of you dealt with some itis yesterday. All right. So is it imperative that yes, you can eat a piece of food? Yes, you can have a slice of whatever. But again, a piece, a slice, not the whole thing.
If you're looking for all the benefits of fish oil, but none of the fish burps or nasty taste, then
so now let's go on to the next letter. So we know we're not hurting. We know we're hungry. We know we don't associate this with what? Comfort food. And we know the portion is okay. So now we're at the next letter, P. P stands for privacy. Do you hide and eat? Now I know this one right here is y'all, somebody done already checked out. No, that ain't me. I don't hide and eat. I eat in front of everybody. If that's you, yeah, okay, let's see. I don't even want you to say nothing. Let's see if you eat in privacy. And let's talk about why we do it as well. According to an article, guys, a poll of women revealed some alarming statistics when it comes to the need to hide and eat food in privacy. See, the poll stated that 60% of women in the study admitted to eating what? Guilty foods in secret. 60%. 23% admitted to hiding food wrappers in the trash cans so others won't see it. 1 in every 6 women admitted to hiding pleasure food around the house. Now, I know some people are still like, no, Lisa, that ain't me. I don't do that. Okay, well, I'm going to have to tell y'all I did. I know I did. And let me see if you maybe can see you did too. Here's 6 signs that you suffer from secret eating. Y'all thought I was going to let you go by that? But no. I need you to know your truth, because if you don't know your truth, you'll never deal with it and we can never correct it. So first thing, you eat food that's been thrown away. Oh, wait. What do you mean, Lanisa? Eat no stuff out the trash? Oh, wait. Maybe you don't eat it out the trash, but it was something that was intended for the trash that you, let me talk to my mamas. Mama, I'm talking to you. You know your child that ate half of their food and they were putting it in the trash can and you said, no, baby, I got that. And you started and you took a bite of it. That's the person eating. So then you might be that you. Let's go to number 2. You keep a secret stash of food. How many of you got something? I don't want to share that with nobody. And you hide it in the car, or you got a special drawer. See, when we eat in private, really we're telling there's something in us that says we shouldn't be doing it.
Sorry, guys, that was weird. I don't know why they just did that.
How many of you got something? I don't want to share that with nobody. And you hide it in the car, or you got a special drawer. See, when we eat in private, really we're telling there's something in us that says we shouldn't be doing it. And if there's something telling you shouldn't be doing it, maybe you shouldn't be doing it, right? But no, I'm not talking to any of us on here, right? Okay, number 3, you secretly eat others' food when they aren't around. Oh, guilty. Guys, when I was married, my husband would leave or get up. Guess what? He said, he ain't gonna eat that. He ain't gonna even know I took it. Come on now, y'all know what I'm saying. All right. Number 4, you sneak food into the bathroom. Laugh if you want to, but I used to do it to get away from my kids. I ain't want to share it. So let me go in the bathroom because I know they ain't gonna bug me there. See, that resonated with some people right there, right? Number 5, you make secret eating pit stops while running errands. Woo! Guilty again. Guilty. When I used to have to go pick the kids up, I used to say, okay, let me run and let me pick up me something to eat and let me throw everything away. And nobody would know it. Why? Because I either said that I wasn't gonna, wasn't supposed to be eating it, or I ain't want to buy it for everybody else. But I did it in secret, right? And the last one, you secretly eat while doing the dishes after dinner. Y'all, that's a big one. That's a big one. And I still find myself guilty sometimes when you're cleaning out them pots and pans and you know you're full and you're like, one more bite. Let me just get one more bite. Because come on, why we do it? So, are you guilty? Do you eat in secret? If you do, all I'm going to say, guys, if you have to hide to do it, maybe you need to what? Stop. And we know what stop means what? Set aside. Put that timer on, and y'all know that acronym, right? So here are 6 signs that you eat in private. Now, at this point, we know we're hungry. We know we're not hurting. We don't know what. We don't associate it with comfort food. We know what our portion is right. We're not trying to hide. And so now we're at why. Why? Why stands for you. Are you in control of food?
If you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
What do you mean by that, Lanisa? I told you, I started a bad habit. And you know what? Many of us don't even understand that we have this bad habit. Why? Because we see it, we call it hungry, whatever that word, like angry plus hungry. And when you get that meal, you're like, almost. You ain't controlling the food controlling you because you done lost your mind. You trying to, let me get it in. Well, let me tell you, you can't fight that battle alone. You cannot fight that battle. Temptation is no joke. Guys, we were all born in sin, and thank you for our Lord, because he did his thing. He did it. He died for us. But because he knows we can't control that, guess what he also did? He gave us some fruits that can. See, that Holy Spirit, and that's what this whole Bella Body is based on. It's based on Galatians 5, chapters 20 through the 23. Be the fruit of the Spirit, because it's love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and that word called self-control. See, guys, we don't have it in us. We don't have it in us to do right by this body sometimes, because the world is just what it is. But thank God that he left the Holy Spirit for us, because he's the one that will keep us in control of our food and not our food in control of us. So at this point, guys, do you want to choose happy before you eat? I would think you might want to choose happy. And here's a young man's testimonial that went through my program several years ago, who I tell you, he had just checked out. He said, I will never, ever be able to lose this weight. I've been big all my life. I will always be big. And I remember telling Richard, it's just a mindset, babe. I promise it's just a mindset. And you know what? I know you are a man and you probably don't want to sit down and go through my whole 9-week program. I'm just going to give you an acronym. And guys, all I gave him was this acronym. No lie. I said, before you eat anything, I want you to go through this acronym. Guys, I wish I could show you this before and after. I don't put it up here because I don't want, I'm not going to get, anyway, I ain't going to show it all that. But, y'all, this man went from Humpty Dumpty to fine. And I'm like, woo! Had you not been my client, Lord, have mercy. Y'all know I'm still singing. Come on now. I'm like, my goodness. But he let go of here. So does it work? It works if you what? Work it. See, it's not about the extra weight on our bodies that make us unattractive, guys. It's the extra weight we carry in our minds. And that extra weight will not serve your body good. So what do you need to do going forward when it comes to eating a piece of food? I need you to choose happy. All right, with that, we're getting ready to get into week 2. Week 2. Are you excited? And week 2 is what? It's a foreshadowing of last week. So what are we going to be doing with this week? We got another movie. We have another movie, and this one, woo. All I'm going to tell you, this one right here hits the heart. It hits the heart. It hits the heart, because many of you don't know I am a holistic health practitioner, but my certification is I'm a certified juice therapist. And this movie, I wish the Lord had to let me see this movie years in my 20s, because this would have been something that I shared with my mother. It really would have. So make sure you're looking at this one. Now, what are we also doing? Don't forget those 4 people. Remember, every week you identify 4 people that you're going to send gratitude to. See, God is what? Blessing you. But the best blessing are those that you give back. So if you're wanting God to bless you over these 28 days, what do you need to be doing? Finding 4 people every week that you're sending love. You don't have to call them, but you're praying for them. All right? Remember that?
Hey, come here real quick. I want to show you something. Do you want to see the worst sales presentation ever? Check this out. Am I getting close on?
All right. Now, this week, each week going forward, I'm going to highlight a product of the week. So if you're a Perks member and you don't have this product, you missed it. You might want to get with your distributor, because man, it goes great with this system. All right. The product of the week is the wraps. Who loves rapping? Who loves rapping? And guess what? It's time for you to do again. If you rapped last week, it's time for you to rap this week. Why? Y'all, that rapping is the bomb.com. What does it say? Burn fat, need energy. See, one of the things, we can go through this journey, but what I also understand, come on, y'all, we live in a land of microwave success. We want it now. And you know what? That crazy rap thing, that's what made this company what it is, because people wanted that success now. And back in 2001, when we launched this thing with these skinny wraps, oh my goodness, this is all we had, but this is all we needed, because in 45 minutes, what did it say? It's going to toten, and it's going to tone, and it's going to tighten that body. Who wouldn't want their body to be transformed in 45 minutes? Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, come on now. My Perks members, you better talk to your distributor, because I'm going to tell you, it's easy. And you will see results in 45 minutes. Then where can you put it? You can put it anywhere. You can put it on that belly fat. You can put it on that back fat. You can put it on side handles. You can put it on them leg handles. You can put it on thigh handles. You can put it on arm. Now, I ain't putting it on my booty, because I ain't trying to lose weight there. Y'all know I'm crazy. Come on now. Come on. People going out buying them. I ain't trying to buy them. I'm trying to, come on. Anyway, come on. But wraps. If you're not wrapping, you need to. So let's look at it. Here's a before and after with one wrap. One wrap. So if you don't have wraps, you might want to get a wrap. And my brothers, we didn't forget about you. And hello, wives, you might want to buy some for your husband, because you might want them looking like that. And we did just come out the pandemic, right? That's after 2 wraps. I'm like, man, I need to get me a man and some wraps. How about that? So, wrapping, does it work? It works. It also works the arms before and with one wrap. So, again, if you are not taking advantage of our wraps, you missed it. Now, another thing that we're going to be doing, if you're a distributor, what should we be doing? It's about being a blessing. Being a blessing. So over these 28 days, remember, we were getting loud because it's a movement. We're out here letting people know this ain't just about what? The products. No, this is about a movement. We are here to help people. What? We are problem solvers. Yes, we can solve your health, your wealth, and your mental. That's what I love about It Works. So if you haven't been posting, you're missing a piece of it. Because see, it's through your testimony.
All right, you guys, we will end that right there. Because we're not doing the posting as much as you can post. That would be great. Those dates are wrong though. Okay, week 2. Oh, it is 8 o'clock, so or 9 o'clock, wherever you are. Real quick before we jump off of here, I do want to just hear from one or two people about the information that you gleaned today and whatever you want to say about this upcoming week. Woo, choose happy.
Siri, you could go.
You can go first.
So I'm excited, I guess, to implement the Choose Happy again, because I honestly still do have my bracelet right here from Billabody. So I do look at it from time to time, but actually doing this again, actually looking at it helps me to start implementing it more. And then I'm excited to watch this video again because I was going to juice again with my son. He's very excited about juicing. He likes to help me out. That's like another accountability partner for me with doing exercising and stuff. So I'm just looking forward to what I'm going to get out of the video this time. But I'm excited.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I was stuck. I couldn't unmute. I'm back. I would just say, pretty much like this week, I'm definitely gonna try to choose happy because I just feel like she just read me real good. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. And I did kind of struggle like a little bit with getting my water intake. So, as far as like when I'm at work, when I'm at home, it's easy because I have a water bottle. So, this week I did go and buy me like it wasn't a Stanley cup, but I bought a cup like a Stanley, and I'm just gonna focus pretty much more on trying to get more water in.
It's so good. Yeah. Definitely know what you need to work on and do better with this week. I know most of us can do better in everything. But I'm just excited. It's gonna be a great week. Getting back into it. For me, tomorrow it's my day one. I'm excited about it. Jumping in actually tonight. Well, because yeah, about to have me a little salad before I go to bed and drink another bottle of water. So yeah, absolutely getting that water in is just so imperative, but it can be challenging if you don't do it. If you do it, once you get acclimated to it, it'll be easy. That's why I use a large tumbler because all I have to do is for real two of them because it's 44 ounces and I'm good for the day. It just makes my life so much easier and not allow myself to drink anything else until have drank my water, just that disciplined space. And so that secret eating is what got me today. I feel that, felt. I promise you'll stop doing it. I don't eat in secret no more. Some of the things I do still do, but there's some of them that it was so profound to me. I was like, oh, it's pretty trifling. Like, who am I hiding from? Like, what if you're gonna do it, say with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. Don't be embarrassed about the fact that you ain't doing the right thing. Like, if you do it, do it. Because then that starts bringing condemnation. Like you're putting yourself deeper and deeper into a hole anyway. So I'm excited. And I'm going to let you guys off of here. We're going to go into week 2. Shout out to everybody who shared in the group last week. Please keep sharing. Share your meals, share your journal revelations, share whatever. Like, we just want to be really loud about it and be a support. Share your workout, your accountability of your walk that day, or if you're doing strength training or whatever. That's really important. And so just be loud this week and you can do it. And we believe in you guys. And so I'm just going to pray real quick and we're going to get up off here. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we just love you and appreciate you. God, I pray that you cover each and every one of us as we go into week 2. God, I pray that you draw us to the journal every single day, that you draw us to that secret place so that we can have special time with you. God, I just pray that every tactic of the enemy that we would be able to see the enemy for who he is and cast him down and just overcome every obstacle. God, we just thank you in advance for how you are transforming us and how you are opening up our eyes to things that we may have not otherwise saw. And so, God, we thank you in advance for the healing that we're experiencing. And we just love you. God, we cover us through this week and help us to do our best and really just be serious about this. So, God, we love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Bye, guys. Have a good night.